Good morning, students. Now let us start with our general knowledge. General knowledge means all general things about ourselves, about our country, about the place where we live. All these things are about general knowledge. Leaders of our country, what is the capital of our state, which state do we live, what is the capital of our country. All these things come in general knowledge. So now first lesson about is our motherland, know your country. Now here map of India is there, the Thar desert picture is see here in your book. You can see the map of India is there, and based on this some questions are there. So we have to do this lesson number 1. Okay, now first see India has it. Now see your help column is there over here. Help column is given here. You have to read that also, and then you will come to know what answers are there. India has a total land area of, see here I am writing the answer here, 3,287,263 square meter. Okay, first answer is this, 3 million. That is the first answer. Then the second one, the Himalayas consist of 3 parallel mountain ranges. Parallel means equal, same. Parallel ranges means a row of mountains. Mountain range means line of mountains. Ranges, the right, first here write it capital H, Himadri. Then the Himachal, Himadri, Himachal, and Shivaliks, and the Shivaliks. First letter you will be capital because they are the names of the mountain ranges. Okay, proper nouns, they are proper nouns. Now third one, Dash range in the northwestern India is one of the oldest mountain ranges in the world. Third answer is Aravalli, our Aravalli mountain range. Read these sentences for the exam, it might come for match the pairs and all. Now look at the fourth one, page number 2. The desert in the northwestern region of India is known as the Thar desert. Which desert? Thar desert. Desert, where only land is there, only sand. Sorry, not land, only sand is there. It is, the weather is very hot. Daytime is very hot, nighttime it is very cold, and only sand you see everywhere. Hot sand is there, sand. No water is there in a desert. Now, fifth one, river Indus is also known as the Dash river. What is it also known as? It is also known as the Sindhu river, is also known as the Sindhu river. Now sixth one, a group of Dash small islands form the Andaman, and a group of Dash islands form the Nicobar. Andaman and Nicobar are islands. Okay, a group of, now sixth one is 204. See here, a group of 204 small islands form the Andaman, and the group of, second fill in the blank here to write is 19, and the group of 19 islands form the Nicobar Islands. Write it very properly in your book, textbook only. Don't make a book, no notebook for this, only in the textbook you have to write the answers. Then seventh one, the Lakshadweep Islands in the Arabian Sea is a group of Dash islands. The Lakshadweep is a group of how many islands? It is a group of 36 islands. It is a group of 36 islands. Then the eighth one is the largest producer of wheat in India. Now which words are here? See here, Rajasthan is there, Pakistan is there, Nepal, Bangladesh, so many things. So what is the correct answer is Uttar Pradesh. Eighth one is Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is the largest producer of wheat in India. Then Dash is the largest state in India with an area of, now which is the largest? Now see here, Rajasthan, Pakistan is there, Bhutan, Arauli, China, Bangladesh, Himachal Pradesh, Nepal, so many are there. So what is the correct answer is, ninth one correct answer is Rajasthan. Tenth one, Dash is also known as botanist paradise because of presence of a large number of rare varieties of orchids. Dash is also known as the botanist. By botany means all where plants are grown, many plants are there. Paradise means a very nice place. Nandanvan, we say in Marathi, Nandanvan. Because of presence of a large number of rare varieties of orchids. So which that answer is Arunachal Pradesh. 10th answer is Arunachal Pradesh. Arunachal Pradesh. Then 11th one, India shares its boundary with 7 places names yet right. India shares its boundary with, right there, 11th one is, first one you will write, with China, right, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Bangladesh is one word, but here I don't have place, so I have written given a dash. You don't give dash. I don't have place over here, so I gave a dash, and Desha I have written here. You don't give dash, okay, when you are writing. Bangladesh, Myanmar, Afghanistan, and is also already there, Pakistan. Understood? So first lesson 11 fill in the blank, these are the answers of that. Okay, you have to write it in the textbook itself. Don't write it in the notebook. Is it clear? Don't make a separate notebook for this. In the textbook only you have to write the answers. Now see here, information box, page number 2. The city of Guwahati is surrounded by betel nut palm trees. Betel nut means pan which we eat. Palm trees. So the city got its name Guwahati, which means betel nut market. What is the meaning of Guwahati? Guwahati means betel nut market. The city of Guwahati is surrounded by betel nut palm trees. So the city got its name Guwahati, which means betel nut market. Now look at the second lesson. Some famous monuments. Monuments means some important things which were created, which were built by many people. Taj Mahal is a monument. Yes, Elephanta Cave monument is a historical building, ऐतिहासिक वास्तु, ऐतिहासिक historical place, that is called as a monument. Now page number 3, see here some famous monuments. Elephanta Caves. See here I am reading, pay attention this. Hope you have written this, okay. Elephanta Cave. These are a complex of 6 rock cut temples on the island of Elephanta in Mumbai. Where are the Elephanta caves? The Elephanta caves are in Mumbai. Then Ellora caves. Where are these? They are near Aurangabad. Ellora, Ajanta. Have you heard about that? Ellora caves, Ajanta caves. Veru Ajanta in Marathi we say, no? Ellora we say, Veru in Marathi. Where are they? They are near Aurangabad. These cave temples were cut out of solid rock between the 5th and the 13th century CE. Two of the most famous Hindu temples here are the Dhumarlina temple and the Kailas temple. Where these temples are in Ellora. Then Khajuraho temples. The 80 temples of Khajuraho. How many temples are there together? 80 temples of Khajuraho were built between 950 and 1050 CE. Only 22 temples are still standing. Now, how many temples are there out of 80? Only 22. Neither the Buland Darwaza, it is where Fatehpur Sikri. It is at Fatehpur Sikri near Agra. It was built by Akbar to commemorate his victory over Gujarat. So, who built the Buland Darwaza? Akbar. This you have to learn. Underline the sentence. It was built by Akbar. Only underline that sentence. Then Fatehpur Sikri. It is situated near Agra. It underline this sentence. It was built by the underline this sentence. It was built by the great Mughal king Akbar. It has the tomb of Saint Salim Chishti. It was the capital of Akbar's empire from 1569 to 1584. Only underline this sentence. It was built by the great Mughal king Akbar. Only this you underline. Okay. And it was the capital of, don't underline this, just remember, it was the capital of Akbar's empire from 1569 to 1584. Now the Taj Mahal, how many of you have seen the Taj Mahal? Yes, it is in Agra, it's very beautiful, yes or no? White Sangamrar it is made, yes? It has the tomb of Mumtaz Mahal, the queen of Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. It is a rare piece of architecture in white marble. Which marble is used over here? Pure white marble is used for this. Turn the page now. Hawa Mahal. It is a 5-story building. Underline this. It is a 5-story building. Only this, it is a 5-story. Only underline that. And has almost 600 windows. How many windows are there for this Hawa Mahal? 600 windows are there. It was built by the Maharaja of Jaipur, Savai Pratap Singh. Who built it? Underline this also. It was built by the Maharaja of Jaipur, Savai Pratap Singh. Is it clear? Now the next is the Vitthal temple at Hampi. The finest temple, underline this sentence, the finest temples of Vijayanagara are in Hampi. Underline here. Hampi has been declared as the World Heritage City. Underline this sentence also. Hampi has been declared as the World Heritage City. Vitthal temple and the Virupaksha temples are the most famous of these Vijayanagara temples. Underline this whole paragraph you underline or make a bracket. Okay, because of many important things you have to keep in your mind when you are reading the lesson, this chapter. Again, I'll read. The finest temples of Vijayanagar are in Hampi. Hampi has been declared as the World Heritage City. It has been declared as what? As the World Heritage City. Vithala temple and the Virupaksha temples are the most famous of these Vijayanagara temples. Now, information box, what is there? The inland work of decoration with precious and semi-precious stone is called the Paitra Dura. What is it called? Paitra Dura. Remember this. Now, page number 4, tax your brain. Who built the Red Fort in Delhi? Who built it in Delhi? Right, I am telling you the answer. Shah Jahan. Right? Who built the Red Fort in Delhi? It is Shah Jahan. SHA. Should I write over here? These answers have you written? Okay. Now write there. First and second lesson are there for the unit test. Okay, students, remember this. What is the second lesson of this? Some famous monuments. Now, here, what is the first answer? Who built the Red Fort in Delhi? First answer is Shah Jahan, right? S capital. Second, who built the Jantar Mantar in Delhi? Savai Jai Singh of Amber. By which name was Old Delhi earlier known as? It was earlier known as Shahjahanabad. 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 Okay. Fourth one is in India. In which city is Humayun's tomb situated? It is in Delhi. Where it is situated? It is situated in Delhi. Fifth one, who built the famous Jama Masjid in Delhi? Who built it? Shah Jahan built it in Delhi. So after writing these three answers, these 5 answers, you have to learn it by heart. In the paper, your first unit test, you have to do this first and second lesson, but you have to before just don't write the answers teachers given. So read the lessons properly. Okay, read the sentences carefully, then you will understand it properly. Okay, read the sentences properly and learn the spellings by heart. There should not be spelling mistakes, because what happened, marks are cut for the spelling. Near all of these are proper nouns. So the first letter, always remember, first letter you should start with the capital alphabet, capital letter. First proper nouns, wherever, even if it comes in the end of a sentence, you have to always start it with capital letter. Here, all letters, all words are proper nouns. So you have to start the first one in capital letter. Always remember this, whether it is general, don't say it is general knowledge subject, so nothing is there. General knowledge, wherever written paper is there, writing work is there, proper nouns should always be written in a capital alphabet, capital letter. Okay children? Okay, bye.